Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Storky Farmstead. So today's video, we're going to do a quick check. We're going to see how everything is faring, if anything's ready to harvest, what stage of growth we're in. And I'm going to talk to you guys about a couple of important facts about no-till organic regenerative farming. Guys, when you first start, do not get discouraged. Something you're going to notice is that your tomatoes do not look like they are on steroids, okay? I'm talking about your plants. Your plants may even look a little on the small side. That's all right. It's about getting roots into the ground and amending the soil. That's what you're after in this type of gardening. And over time, and yes, it does take time, you're going to be able to produce a garden with no synthetic commercialized fertilizers, pesticides, or herbicides. Like, who'd have thought it? You're going to be the person who looks like they literally have an oasis in their yard, and it's going to cost you $0 because by subscribing to this channel, we're going to teach you how to make your own compost, your own biochar, your own liquid fertilizers, your own worm castings, everything that you're going to need to get this garden where it needs to be at. And by doing all of that yourself, you're reducing the cost to grow your own food. But the real kicker is the nutritional value of your food is going to skyrocket. So it's not always about the size, guys. I tell you that all the time. It's about the nutritional density and the health of that plant. So let's get in this garden and take a peek. So here we have a celebrity tomato plant that has been in the ground about 6.5 weeks, guys. It's not a huge plant, but it does have great flowers popping up on it. Look at the color of these leaves. All right, the only thing that I'm using as a pest deterrent so far, I haven't even used the garlic yet, is rabbit urine. You heard me, rabbit urine. Not only is it my pest deterrent, it is my nitrogen fertilizer. Now this garden, this no-till garden, is in its second year. So we do still have some areas where the clay soil is just tremendously hard, you guys. And the plants just kind of struggle to get up and out of the ground. And once they get up, they've got to get their roots established. Now what you're gonna see going on here, these plants were planted at the same time, much smaller plant. But look down here. So all my peas and my beans are coming up beautifully. And that's really gonna help establish nitrogen fertilizer naturally in the soil that is available to the tomatoes. So I'm super big, guys, on companion planting. Like, that's a interplanting, companion planting. That's all, it's basically the same thing. So what you're gonna see here is we've got the basil, we've got the marigolds, we've got the tomatoes. Like I said, all these tomatoes planted at the same time. I can tell you by how big the plants are and how green they are, which areas had the better soil. And that's okay. We're gonna keep working on this soil year after year, producing better and better results. Now, these are all Roma tomatoes put in about 4 weeks behind the trellis over here. They are coming up beautifully. Again, like I tell you guys, you can tell where the soil's a little better because those plants are a bit more vibrant and a bit larger. Now, something I'm doing is tomatoes love comfrey. So I've broken up the comfrey, laid it around the root bases of these tomatoes to give them a boost. The okra is coming on beautifully. I direct seeded. This is the first time we were able to direct seed in our no-till organic regenerative market garden on clay soil, and I am so impressed with the results, guys. This okra is going to be amazing. Harvesting this garlic later this week. It's definitely ready to be harvested. Ask me how I know, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4 leaves dying on every single plant. Now, some of this garlic's going to be extremely small. The reason is that hard packed clay soil was not amended enough to let them grow large bulbs. But it's not always about the size. I keep telling you guys that. It's about getting food out of the ground. Now, our Melon plant that was transplanted here struggled in the beginning, but now it is really getting its little wigglies on, and I am fully expecting it to take up this entire trellis in the next couple of months. Again, we have some beans coming up beautifully. Now this, I am so excited about. Our pumpkins are doing amazing. I did companion plant marigold around the pumpkin, but was it this one we had a pumpkin on yesterday? No, it's this one. We already have a pumpkin, so I'm so excited. Again, we have some red bean bush beans that we direct seeded and some okra. Everything in this area is really coming up nicely, and I'm very excited about it. In this area, we have our cover crops: yellow mustard, white New Zealand clover, intermingled along with corn, hot peppers, squash, and pumpkin. And everything, guys, is really starting to come up. We also have black oil sunflowers, and that's what we're going to be using here at Starkey Farmstead to feed our livestock in the fall and the winter this year. But the corn is really coming up beautifully in this type of no-till system. So if you're looking to no-till and you're wondering what type of plants can you plant, well, you can plant them all, friend. And I will tell you guys this: I have never seen so many pollinators in my garden as I have since we put this yellow clover. I'm not just seeing honeybees. I am seeing native species of bees to the Americas, as well as wasp, parasitic wasp, teeny tiny bees. I don't even know what you would call them. But this yellow mustard has really pulled them in. And I can tell you by looking at the pumpkin, we're gonna go back and check that one more time. I'm gonna tell you by showing you how many pumpkins I have on this small plant. I didn't have that last year. I did not have the germination, I did not have this much fruit coming up on individual pumpkin plants. I just didn't have the pollinators. This year, by doing the cover crops in the front of the property, by having the small pollinator garden at the back, planting all the different types of flowers inside of the garden, I can tell you that I have got tremendous amounts of flowers, and they're all getting pollinated. So if you're worried, if you're not seeing anything pollinate your plants, guys, get you some yellow mustard. I mean, these plants are relatively small. Look at the amount of pumpkins already. I mean, like, it's impressive, guys. It's impressive. And just for fun, I'm gonna let you guys see the birds harass the cat. If she moves one muscle, they're gonna dive bomb her. So now she's stuck. I'm gonna have to go get her and carry her back across the property, because if she moves, they're gonna swoop down and tap her on top of the head. So she must have been getting a little too close to their nest. So we're gonna carry her back across the property so she doesn't get harassed all the way back. But I hope this helps you guys just stay encouraged. I mean, like I said, this is our second year on hard-packed Louisiana red clay. I mean, you're not getting any harder than that, guys. Maybe Georgia. Georgia, I'll give it to you. You got some clay. But what we've got going on is tremendous growth this year. We had a beautiful garden last year, but this year we were able to direct seed. This year we were able to see our plants thrive in color and in production even before they got the size that most people think when they see a huge tomato plant or a gigantic pumpkin, that is a healthy plant. I can tell you right now, nutritionally wise, fine. Pests are attacking weak plants. So your garden might be huge from all the commercial fertilizers you're putting on it, but are you having to back up that huge garden grown on steroids with a whole bunch of commercial pesticides and fungicides? The answer to those questions is yes. Then those commercial fertilizers are giving you a big plant that's weak and sick. Just because it's big and it's producing doesn't mean that it's healthy and the food that's coming off of it is nutritionally dense. You guys have a blessed day. Who is it getting hot out here? And I have a lot to do. So God bless you. Thank you for rowing in our boat, letting us row in yours. You guys have a blessed day. Please like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how your garden's going and share our videos to get the word out. You can grow food like that with $0. Have a blessed day, guys.